Hey Academy students, we're going to do College of the Day today, and it is going to be Northeastern University. I want to first give a shout out to the first student who recommended that we do this, Akunle Ogunle from Princeton Day School in 2003. I've been using it as a teaching tool ever since. So today we're talking about Northeastern. And remember, when we do College of the Day, we were trying to help you not just learn about Northeastern, but break down the different components of a college and help you understand different things that you may want to be looking for and focusing when you're doing your search. Northeastern is an example of what we call a large private research university. So it's a type of school, and we want you to kind of remember that as a type of school, large private research university. In fact, Northeastern does so much research that is called an R1, which is the top tier of research that any university does. So, first thing we want to know, where is it located? How big is it? When we're talking about size, we're talking about undergraduate population. And the undergraduate population at Northeastern is 18,000, definitely in the large category for us. It is also located in Boston, between two different subway lines, in what's called the Fenway area, where there's lots of museums, but also Fenway Park, the home of the Boston Red Sox. One thing about Northeastern that makes it stand out a little bit is that it's 20% international students, which is the fourth largest international population on any campus in the country. All right, so now we know a little bit about where it's located. The next question then becomes, what does it teach, right? Well, hopefully that's one of the first questions you want to ask. And at Northeastern, they actually have 9 different colleges within the university itself. All right, here we go. All right, so the 9 different schools are the Arts and Media Studies, Business, Computer Science, Engineering, Health Sciences, Law, Professional Studies, which is mostly education and world languages, Sciences, and the Social Sciences and Humanities. Part of the thing that we're bringing Northeastern to you for is because it is a school that has been growing in reputation and dropping in acceptance rate over the last several years. It has gotten to be a much, much better school than it used to be. When I was growing up, it was primarily a commuter school. In fact, from its founding as the evening classes for younger men in 1898 until 1990, it had more commuter students than non-commuter students. And so it was a place that you went for part-time or for a degree in the night. And now it's a place that serves everybody and has an unbelievable reputation. So a couple of things that also you want to know about their education that stand out is that they have an honors program. They've recently added 300 faculty, so they're expanding their offerings dramatically, including new programs in artificial intelligence, robotics, drones, and unmanned flight. An unbelievable set of new programming in high-tech fields. They also have a new $100 million center for interdisciplinary sciences and engineering, where they're mixing together all the ways that technology and science intersect. Perhaps their most famous thing, though, is their co-op program. In their co-op program, they offer students the ability to go and get a job in their chosen field where they're paid, they're a member of the staff, so they learn through experiencing it. Some people come back and say, that was fantastic, I want to do more of that. Some people come back and say, wow, I need to change my major. Either way, it's very helpful. 95% of students at Northeastern do a co-op. 75 do 2 co-ops. They are ranked number 1 in the country for co-op. It's a really wonderful and impressive program. All right, so maybe the education, what the point is they have almost anything you could possibly want to study, they teach it at Northeastern. That's one of the benefits of a large university. Other things that you might want to know about it, moving on. Alums. A lot of alums have recently gone there. So just last year alone, 4 alums went there: Chris Kwong, Bronwyn Spears, August Escandon, and Daniela Eldergata. So now you have a sense of the range of academics there and some of the interest from Academy students. You may also want to know more about the life on campus. This was a campus that used to be sort of concrete, a cityscape between, again, 2 different subway stops, and they have totally transformed their campus, won lots of design awards, and have actually become an arboretum, so a very green space in the city. They have 70 acres. They're in the top 15 for sustainability. And they guarantee 4 years of housing. All first and second year students live on campus. They have over 200 clubs. And again, they live in one of the most vibrant parts of Boston, a very vibrant city. 2 subway stops. You can get anywhere without a car in very, very easy order. And the campus experience, I think, is something that students find very, very positive now at Northeastern, which is a big change from even 20, 25 years ago. The last thing I wanted to mention is sort of a fun thing about the campus is they have something called the Husky Hunt. Which is a citywide scavenger hunt just for Northeastern students. All right, moving on. Some people also want to know things about the athletics. They are NCAA Division I, which, remember, means not that it's better or worse than any other program, but that they offer scholarships for students to play sports there. They're part of the Colonial Conference. They're famous for their hockey, track, and crew programs. And if you didn't pick up on the Husky hunt, they are the Huskies. All right, so the next question is, okay, all of those things sound great. I'm interested, how expensive is it to go there? And the answer is, as a private college in a major urban area, it is expensive. It's $70,000 for each year. That includes transportation, books, housing, food. That's all the costs total together, $70,000. 75% of students 75% of students receive financial aid, and they've committed about $300 million to their financial aid process. So, remember, 3/4 of the students are not paying that $70,000 price tag. Don't just use the price tag as a reason to apply or not apply. You have to go through the process and see. You can use their net price calculator, which means when you go to their financial aid site, you can enter information about you and get a guesstimate of how much money you'd have to pay to go each year. All of those things sound great. So then the question is, how selective is it? This is a school that 5 years ago had a 38% admit rate, and now things are a little bit different. All right, this past year, they had an 18% admit rate, and they had over 60,000 applications, and they took 11,000 students. This is one of the most popular schools in the country with one of the largest application pools in the country. So it's a total transformation from just a few years ago. And again, certainly maybe longer ago when your parents knew the institution, things have changed a great deal. And you'll see that in their standardized testing, middle 50%. Remember, the middle 50% means a quarter got higher, a quarter got lower of the accepted students that year. The quarter who were in the bottom, those were the ones whose parents were named Jeff Bezos, or hit a hockey puck really, really well, or they row crew really well, or have some other reason. 18 generations of their family went to this university. Those are the people whose testing is in the bottom quarter. If that doesn't apply to you, then you probably need to be in that middle 50%. All right, so middle 50% for the ACT, 32 to 34. The SAT, 1360 to 1540. This is a highly selective school. It has reached the level where we really can't predict very accurately whether you'll get accepted or not. Very exciting set of programs, both through the experiential learning and the breadth of the programs in a beautiful urban campus with access to the entire city. This is a large research university, Northeastern.